Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Disney is worried, possibly? Disney is possibly worried. This is a rumor. And we talk about many rumors here on my channel. We speculate about what's the truth and what is not the truth. I'm going to give you my opinion on this in a second. Because I don't think they should be worried. Let's check this out here. Rumor! Marvel worried about the Avengers Doomsday Secret Wars after negative The Electric State reviews. Now, I saw memes going around making fun of this, talking about how terrible the movie was. I did not see it. I kind of heard about it, I think. I did not know that the Russos were doing this movie. I didn't know that. Marvel Studios hasn't had the disastrous few years some would have you believe, but the Marvel multiverse saga has been undeniably a hit and miss. For a time, Kevin Feige reminds me, for a time we lived in peace. Before time began, there was the Cube. For a time, Kevin Feige appeared to be going all in on Rick and Morty writers shaping the post-Infinity Saga MCU. Jeff Loveness tapped the right... That's a cool last name, Loveness. How you doing? My name's Tyrone. Tyrone Loveness. Was tapped to write Avengers, the Kang Dynasty, while Michael Waldron looked set to take charge of the Avengers Secret Wars. Fans and critics alike didn't appreciate Loveness' work on Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Waldron's approach to the Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness also wasn't well received. I liked Doctor Strange more than I liked the Ant-Man, though. So, I might actually watch that again, especially it's really funny how he was Zombie Strange at the end. I liked that, or reanimated corpse Strange at the end. I liked that. I'm not watching Ant-Man Quantumania. I'm not watching it again. With that, Feige took a different approach and turned to the Russo brothers, the filmmakers who delivered the critically acclaimed Captain America, the Winter Soldier, Captain America, Civil War, and Avengers, Infinity War, and Avengers Endgame. They also needed Marvel as much as the studio needed them, as their non-MCU work hasn't been hugely successful. Didn't they do a movie with Black Panther, with Chadwick Boseman? I didn't get a chance to see that. While some Agbo, I don't know what that is, Agbo produced features were a success, Extraction and everything, I guess that's their studio or their company. Extraction and Everything Everywhere All at Once, for example. Joe and Anthony's projects as directors haven't been. Cherry, and I meant to watch that. That's with Tom Holland, right? And The Gray Man drew mixed to negative reviews, but The Electric State has been panned, sitting at 15% on Rotten Tomatoes. Okay. It's been called slop, and based on unofficial viewing figures, is far from a hit for Netflix. Okay. While we'd advise taking this with a pinch of salt, Scooper, My Time to Shine. My Time to Shine, hello, is they have been right about several things. Quote, I hear Feige and Marvel are getting worried after seeing how bad the Electric State is and are starting to reconsider whether rehiring the Russos was a mistake. End quote. Avengers Doomsday begins shooting in a matter of weeks. Okay. Check this out. This is how I feel about this. So what? Okay? So what? They have performed every single time they've had to do something superhero related. Okay? Them niggas don't miss, as Snoop would say. Okay? They don't miss. When it comes to superhero stuff, they don't miss. So I absolutely trust them. Let me give you an example. For me, I myself, as a lover, I am the most complete lover ever. However, I do have a weakness. All right? What impression was that? You better know who it is. And if you're watching, sir, you better know it's you. Because I know you watch. As a lover, I am extraordinary. Okay? However, I do have a weakness. Taking off bras. I don't understand why I have a problem with that. I don't understand what it is. But if you need a woman pleased, I'm your man. However, I'm taken right now. So all of your requests will be sent to the deletion bucket, to the recycle bin. Now, I can remember when I was younger, a friend's mother that I knew who was a little wild. She was talking about her boyfriend, and she was talking about how he could just undo a bra like that with his, 2 fingers. He could just undo a bra like that. And I've always remembered that as I became active. Why is undoing a bra so damn hard for me, but I do everything else superbly? It's the reason why she is so psychotic. It's the main reason. Even though I treat her well and she gets almost anything that she asks for, I can't do that. Now, if you're going to hire me for a specific product or project, it wouldn't be undoing bras. However, if you need to be pleased, I'm your guy to call. So, AKA being pleased, superhero movies, non-superhero movies, undoing bras. Okay? Get it? So you're not going to call me to undo your bra for you ladies at all. However, if you want to be satisfied, you would call me. Okay? That's how that goes. Hope she don't watch this. So, that's how I see it. You know how like Albert Einstein's got like that saying, I forgot how it goes, but basically like everyone's got their genius, but if you ask a fish to climb a tree, it's going to fail, something like that, okay? Maybe they've just had a hard time getting going with different types of movies, okay? With different types of movies, but apparently superhero movies are their forte. They absolutely hit the mark with superhero movies. So to me, okay, if the Russos are the fishes, at this point, maybe climbing trees ain't they thing, but superhero movies are definitely they thing. So if I was Marvel, I would have no worries whatsoever. If I was Feige, I would have no movies whatsoever. Okay? So it is what it is. That's all I got to say about it. 10 million subscribers. Whoa.